Hi everybody, it's Gemma. Welcome back to Pampered Wolf. Today we're going to be going over the 8 skincare products that you do not need in your skincare routine to have really beautiful, healthy skin. I'm not saying that you shouldn't use these next 8 products, although some of them, maybe I am, but I'm just saying that some of them are nice to have, but they're just not necessary. And if you've got a really good skincare routine, you may as well save your money on these next 8 items. Before I jump straight in, if you are new here, hi, my name's Gemma. I am a fully qualified esthetician and lover of anything beauty, skincare and makeup. I upload videos on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays at 8 PM London time, and I'm also on Instagram if you want to check me out over there. It's at Pampered Wolf, all lowercase, no spaces. I would really appreciate it if you would consider clicking on that subscribe button and also the notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. Come and join the Pampered Wolf pack. We are a seriously friendly bunch. Okay, so I'm going to list these 8 items in the order that you would either use them or apply them to your skin just to make things a little bit easier. This first one is a really big no-no for me. You definitely do not need this in your skincare routine. It's not doing your skin any good and it's also not doing the environment any good either, and that is makeup wipes. Now, I really hope that we're not using makeup wipes as any sort of cleanse for our skin, even if it is to make sure that the tiniest little bits of leftover makeup are gone from our skin, because makeup wipes just move the dirt around. They don't actually remove very much of it, and they also leave a waxy residue on the surface of the skin, and that's not always great for the skin. I think the only time I've ever used makeup wipes is when I didn't have access to water on a camping holiday, and after the 3 days my face was full of blemishes and breakouts, and that's because I hadn't properly cleansed my skin and I'd left this film all over the surface and it just wasn't pleasant. So definitely, if you are using makeup wipes in your skincare routine, please ditch them, stop using them, get yourself a really good cleanser and do a double cleanse, and it will be so much better for your skin. So that's the first thing on this list. Makeup wipes. They are just not fit for purpose. The second product to be added to this list is micellar water, and that will upset quite a few people because I know a lot of people have contacted me to say that they no longer cleanse their skin first thing in the morning, they just wipe it over with some micellar water, and some micellar waters are absolutely beautiful. Some micellar waters are really hydrating and beautiful on the skin. However, they are not all like that, and you really need to learn your ingredients to know what you're applying to your skin, because some micellar waters contain a high level of alcohol and also contain some really quite strong surfactants which can really strip your skin more so than a generic cleanser. So sometimes you're damaging your skin more using a micellar water than you are actually cleansing your skin with a cleanser first thing in the morning. Also, micellar waters can, not all, but some can leave a film on the surface of the skin, which means if you are acne prone or blemish prone, these really aren't going to be great for you because they can promote skin blockages, blackheads, blemishes, any sort of spots. They will irritate the skin. So not all micellar waters are bad, but also not all micellar waters are good. But the reason that micellar water has actually appeared in this list is micellar water isn't really necessary. If you've got a really good double cleanse system in place in the evening, you really shouldn't have to use a micellar water. Micellar water is often used as a toner after that double cleanse system to make sure that you've got no SPF and no makeup left on your skin. Whereas if you've cleansed properly, if you've used your cleanser correctly, if you've double cleansed, you shouldn't have any makeup or SPF left on your skin. For me, I use an oil cleanser as my first step cleanse. I sometimes use an oil cleanser as my second step, but I might use a cream cleanser or even a foaming cleanser as my second step. If you use a 2-step process for your cleanse, you definitely shouldn't have anything left on your skin to be removed by a micellar water. And for me, they're just not necessary. Again, if you want to use them, if you enjoy using them, most of them aren't going to do any damage to your skin, but please read the ingredients on the back to check that they don't have a lot of alcohol and that the surfactant that is used within that micellar water is a really gentle surfactant. The third product I get asked about all the time. Every time I put an updated skincare routine on YouTube, the comment section is flooded with comments about why I don't use a toner in my skincare routine, and there is a really good answer for that. It's because it's just not necessary. Now, back in the day, and even when I did my training as an esthetician, we were drilled constantly: cleanse, tone, moisturize, cleanse, tone, moisturize. And it's because the cleansers that we used to use were pH unbalancing. So we had to use a toner afterwards to balance the pH of our skin. Well, cleansers have evolved no end. They're far more gentle and they don't disrupt the pH of our skin as dramatically as they used to. And our skin is really good at regulating the pH of its own accord. We don't need another product in to help it to do that, usually. And I say that usually. My skin is very good at regulating its own pH. I don't feel like toner is necessary. Also, toners have evolved. Toners used to be specifically for regulating the pH of the skin. They are now full of different active ingredients, whether that be vitamin C, whether that be niacinamide, all sorts of active ingredients within our toners, including AHAs and BHAs. These are not going to regulate the pH of your skin. Completely the opposite. These aren't really toners, although they are in liquid form and they are marketed as toners. They're not doing what a toner was specifically meant to be for. Back in the day when we used to cleanse, tone, moisturize. They're more of a treatment. So they're either an AHA treatment, they're either a niacinamide treatment, a vitamin C treatment, or used for hydration, pretty much like an essence would be now. So toners have evolved and they're no longer really there to do what they used to do when we used to be cleanse, tone, moisturize, cleanse, tone, moisturize. So I just don't feel like, unless you want to use them as that step of hydration or an AHA boost to exfoliate the skin, maybe you want a boost of vitamin C. If you want that, then use a toner. But it's really not a toner, it's more of a treatment. The next products within this list are essences, and although I really like essences, I feel like they can be really cooling on the skin, they can be really hydrating, they're not necessary. It's not a necessary step within your skincare routine to have really healthy, glowy looking skin. You can get that without essences. Now, essences are primarily there. They dampen the skin, they hydrate the skin, and they prepare the skin for the next step. And because your skin is slightly damp, the next step will penetrate deeper into your skin at a faster rate. So that's basically what they're there for. They can be really hydrating, they can be really beautiful and cooling on the skin. If you like using them, there's nothing wrong with them. They're not damaging your skin in any way, shape or form. I have a really nice one in my skincare routine at the moment, but it's not a necessary step. It's not a need, it's a want. So if you want to use an essence in your skincare routine, then carry on, but you can get the results from other things in your skincare routine. Unnecessary product number 5 is a hyaluronic acid serum, or a humectant serum in general. Let's generalize. You really don't need to use a humectant serum, any hyaluronic acid serums, any glycerin serums, because glycerin and hyaluronic acid and other humectant ingredients are absolutely rife within other products in our skincare routine. If you have a look at the ingredients within your moisturizer, I know my moisturizer is absolutely full of those humectant ingredients. It's got hyaluronic acid in there and it's also got glycerin. So I've got no need to add a further step as a serum in my routine. It's just not necessary. It's not going to damage my skin, so if you like using a humectant serum, if you feel like it's doing your skin some good, then by all means carry on using it. But for me, you're wasting your money slightly because you're already getting that step within another product, so you don't need that extra step. The 6th unnecessary product within this list I've spoken about plenty of times on my channel, and that is an eye cream. This will be no shock to anybody. Eye creams generally aren't specifically formulated for the delicate skin underneath the eye. They're usually formulated in exactly the same way as a face cream. And face creams, you get 10 times the product for your money. So I would always say go for a face cream. The only thing you need to think about when you're going for a face cream for underneath the eye is make sure that face cream is unfragranced, because you shouldn't be putting any fragrance underneath the eye area. It can make your eyes sting. And also make sure that it's not a retinoid cream, because retinoid creams for the face are generally more potent than eye creams with a retinoid in. Eye creams with retinoids in are generally formulated at a much lower strength. So if you're wanting a retinoid cream around the eyes, I would go for a specifically formulated one for the eye area. So go for a retinoid eye cream rather than the retinoid face cream. But that's basically all I would say. My mum uses a specific eye cream. She uses the Bobbi Brown Extra Repair, I think it's called, eye cream. She swears by it, she loves it, she'll continue to use it. I know a lot of you use the Kiehl's Avocado eye cream, and you can't get that in the face cream version. So if you love it, carry on buying it. But if you're looking for an eye cream that's going to do you some good, just try using a generic face cream. Just try using your normal face cream that you would use on a daily basis just underneath that eye area, because as long as it doesn't have a retinoid in and it doesn't have fragrance in there, it will do the exact same job as buying something that's 10 times smaller for the same price. That's my take on it anyway. Eye creams are unnecessary, in my opinion, but you can have your own. We're getting towards the end, everyone. Number 7 on the unnecessary skincare products list is a lip scrub. Now, I really cannot abide lip scrubs. I don't like the way they feel on my lips. There is a reason I can no longer eat sugar donuts. The struggle is real. Have you ever tried to eat a sugar donut without licking your lips? Ooh. Oh, it just goes through me, absolutely goes through me. Exactly the same as using a lip scrub on my lips. I just cannot wait to get it off. And not just that, I just feel like I wouldn't put a scrub on my face because they're overly harsh. So why would I put a scrub on the delicate lip area? I know your lips can take quite a lot of hammer, but there is a risk that you apply too much pressure, that you rub for far too long, and you completely dry out the lip area, which is completely the opposite effect to what you're actually using the lip scrub for. So I don't like to use lip scrubs. I don't think they're necessary. If you moisturize your lips morning and night, if you use a balm throughout the day, you really shouldn't need to use a lip scrub. I just find that they are completely unnecessary. Again, a lot of people absolutely swear by them, and if you love them, carry on using them. But for me, completely unnecessary skincare step. And the final skincare item in this list is a face mask, or face masks in general. Now, I really like a face mask if I'm having a pamper day, if I'm really wanting to feel lush and looked after and well cared for, then I often use a face mask, and that is really beneficial to me because it's the way that it makes me feel. But regarding the effects of the face mask on my skin, it's generally a temporary effect. It's not long-term beneficial. So if you have a really good morning routine and an evening routine, there's really no need to add a face mask in here and there. It's great when you're going to go and have a facial and a treat as that little extra step, but as far as every day or every now and again, it's not necessary unless you really want to make yourself feel pampered, and we've all been there. I really like a really good pamper day, and when I'm having a pamper day, I use a face mask. But I don't class it as a necessary step to have healthy skin. If you want to use one to feel really lush, then use one, but the effects will only be temporary. So I really hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful in some way. They are my 8 items that I just don't feel are necessary in any skincare routine to have a really healthy skin. Doesn't mean that you shouldn't be using these skincare products. Some of them are beautiful to use on the skin, but they're more wants rather than needs. You don't need these products in your routine to have a healthy skin. If you want me to do a video on the items that I feel are extremely beneficial to have in your skincare routine, then do let me know in the comments section. Other than that, I hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed filming it for you, and hope to see you all in the next one. Bye everyone.